I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the potatoes going for the potato salad.
Okay.
So we're just going to start them in some cold water.
Always start potatoes in cold water?
Always start the potatoes in cold salted water.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
If you were to start them in boiling water, it would really start to cook the outside before the inside. This way it gently cooks the whole potato.
Perfect.
We are going to move on to the tuna.
Okay. You need this
Yeah.
beautiful piece of tuna.
Yeah, so you want to make sure, obviously, if you're going to be serving raw tuna, that it looks really good. It should obviously smell nice.
For sure, yeah. It doesn't smell fishy at all.
Exactly. It should be really, really nice and appealing. So we're going to start by cleaning it. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to actually take the chain off.
Okay.
The chain is like pretty sinewy, so you don't really want to like slice it and eat it raw, but it's really, really great for confit, and we're going to utilize it because in most restaurants, if you are going to put tuna on your menu, you are most likely going to utilize the chain.
Yeah.
You know, and you really don't want to throw anything out. Right. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to come along here, and sort of drag my knife.
I'm taking the skin off too.
Exactly.
Where do you get your fish from?
I get my fish from Samuels and Sons.
Excellent.
They pretty much supply the entire city.
Yeah.
When dealing with tuna, you want a nice container of cold water to keep your knife clean.
Okay.
And actually a little bit wet, so it slices right through the tuna.
So that helps it get like a cleaner slice?
Exactly. I mean, you'll see like sushi chefs, they always dip their knife in water and they let it drip down.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, so that's what you want to do. So it keeps it really, really nice. So for the chain, I'm actually going to take it off the skin. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to sort of chop it up.
Yeah, you can really see all that connective tissue in there.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get rid of that.
Yep.
All right, so I'm just going to actually chop this up into like little strips.
Okay.
Put my knife back. And then I'm going to grab a saute pan. There's some cooked tuna on there. We're going to salt it. And then we're going to put some olive oil on top.
And you're starting with a cold pan.
Exactly. We want to go into like a really, really low oven. We actually have a steamer at the restaurant, which works really nice. You could cover it. But we're just like trying to cook this through so we could flake it. So really it could just go in the oven for about 5 minutes.
Oh, that's it. You're really just cooking it through.
Yeah, just cooking it through. All right, so now we're sort of left with this beautiful piece of tuna. We're going to start by taking out this bloodline, which we really don't want.
Anything you could utilize that for, or that's pretty much?
That's pretty much trash. So now we're going to want to break this down into nice pieces.
And is this going to be the actual crudo?
This is going to be for the crudo.
Okay.
So you want to give yourself some nice bars. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, I'm not like sawing through it.
Yeah, really nice.
You just like want like nice, it's like a really, long, sharp.
Yeah, this makes sense now, this whole dipping in cold water trick. Because
Exactly.
It makes it a little more slick and not sticky. I like
Exactly,
that.
and actually like these divots in the knife also kind of help. So this is going to go, I'm going to cut that in half. So.
And is this yellowfin tuna?
Yes, this is yellowfin tuna. And it's sushi grade.
Mm-hmm. Clearly. There's definitely an art to this.
You know, I've spent a lot of time sitting at sushi bars, sort of just watching them.
Get an education while you eat. I like it.
Yep. All right, so I have probably enough pieces here to build our platter.
Potatoes?
Yeah, so you're going to want to sort of just crush up the potatoes.
So no...
No, just
kind of crumble them?
Yeah, you just want to crumble them. And while you're doing that, I'm actually going to cut celery on this cutting board.
Sure thing.
Just going to have to trust each other here.
I trust you.
Thanks.
So this is kind of where the salad Niçoise
Exactly.
comes in?
So we got the potatoes, we got the green beans. We're going to grab some...
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We're going to grab some dill. We're going to chop that. We'll take a little bit of lemon juice. Sort of squeeze that in. I like to squeeze lemons upside down so the seeds don't get in. Pro tip.
Good technique.
Some of your tuna that's been confit.
So this is the confit tuna.
Exactly. So you can actually...
Piece.
Yeah, sure. Just taste it. So you could actually just shred it up a little bit. We're gonna grab a spoon.
That's great.
And then we're gonna grab a little bit of a remoulade, which is at the restaurant, we make an Old Bay remoulade, so it's mayonnaise, it's like chopped up red onions and pickles and Old Bay, as I am from Baltimore.
Oh,
so
very
we're gonna
nice.
add some of
Love
this.
that reference.
Gotta represent. And that is it. And you could add whatever else. You could like chop pickles in there if you want. You could put capers. You could, do a whole bunch of things. So you're gonna mix this up.
Kind of break the tuna up a little.
Yeah. Just one other thing that I just wanted to mention. We got some green beans that have been pickled overnight in pickle juice. So we actually just take we make our dill pickles, but you can actually buy just like jar dill pickles and use the juice and pour them over blanched green beans overnight. And what you're left with is basically a dill pickle tasting green bean. And to really, give it like that salad Niçoise kind of deal. What we have here is that potato salad that you made so nicely. And we're kind of just going to want to run it down the plate a little bit. And obviously this potato salad could be served on its own.
Oh, for sure. Like at a backyard barbecue?
Yeah, I mean, 'cause it's potato salad with like all the best things in there.
Definitely.
All right, that'll go over there. We're going to take our tuna and just sort of layer it on there.
Insane.
It's awesome, right?
I love the combination of the cooked with the raw too.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It also definitely impress your friends.
And you're using all the parts of the tuna, which
Exactly.
is important.
It's very important. It's very, very important. A little bit of kosher salt. And this is a Kalamata olive puree. Or you can have it in the form of a vinaigrette. So this would be broken. This is a little bit more emulsified. We add a little bit of xanthan gum to sort of keep it together, but very, very little. So you can do a little squiggle of that. And then these are some everything bagel breadcrumbs. So you can actually take an everything bagel and buzz it up and cook it in a little bit of butter. In our case, we use some challah, and we make our own everything spice, but everything bagel is the way to go. So you actually want to go pretty heavy on that, because that's what's going to really bring it some texture and make it all come together.
Crunch.
And then you're just going to garnish it with some of these
This is beautiful.
beans.